Oh. All right. I wonder if this works. There we go. Finally figured it out. Okay, 1 second. Why is my shit not working? Okay. Oh fuck. It's so dark. Why is this so dark? Is it this? No. Oh, there we go. Fixed it. All right. Last time we were on the case. Let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, let's recap. We got 2 victims. One was found with his head ripped clean off, lying on some kind of pentagram. All that was left of the other was his hand, and according to you, it was all due to, what did you call it? Spontaneous human combustion. Yeah, that. First Vic had a warding spell tattooed on him. what or who he was trying to protect himself from the second victim. Alright, let's pretend the fairy dust is real for a minute. Was the second victim killer and the spell did its job? It's possible that the second victim collaborated in the ritual and for some reason it all got out of control. I hope you're right, because if I'm being honest, I'm in way over my head on this one. Okay, let's go see your pen pal so you can explain the emblem on the first victim's back. That'll give us a clue to his identity. If he belongs to any order or cult, we may be able to place it. We'll also pay a visit to that Philip Moore guy. He can tell us if there's a connection between that spell and spontaneous human combustion. We need a copy of the Arkham Advertiser. I don't remember where that talk will take place. Alright, let's hunt one down. Let's go. Let's take the stairs. Go one floor at a time. I don't think so. Okay. We'll leave the exercise for another day. There's an elevator right there. Alright. Fair enough, I guess. Let's head to... head to the offices, I guess. Captain's not around. His office is locked up tight. Okay. Alrighty. Storage room. Can we go here? Why are you... what? Ah. What's that smell? Greasy and delicious. Hello? Wilbur? How's it going, Wilbur? Can't complain. I mean, of course I can, but at least I have a job, and I pray it stays that way. By the way, hey, sorry about Mac. Yeah, well, what kind of feast are you guys having back there? Smells good, huh? Some hot dogs from a guy with a stand over at Long Park. And by the way, I saw Frank the Worm there. Word is he's on the Mayor Bradley's campaign now. He sends his regards. That he's part of the campaign team? That rats up to something. He's reformed. I'll believe it when I see it. I think I'll swing by. Something about this stinks. How does this work? You know the drill, Foster. What's the matter with you? You bring me some evidence, you fill out the delivery form, and log it. Like we've always done it. I gotta go. Bye, Foster. Alright, let's, He's in your form registry. Evidence. If you want to log evidence, you fill out form first. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Is that Will? Is that the... oh, fuck, I forget the president's name. Looks like that portrait, though. Is that Lyndon Johnson or some shit like that? You gotta pay those two guys a visit. Benjamin Marsh and Philip Moore. First one can tell us the meaning of the emblem of the first victim's tattoo. The second one can tell us the connection between the spell and spontaneous combustion. First, we should get a copy of today's... there's an article about the venue for Philip Moore. You set? Let's go. Set up the park. What's the magazine doing here? The bus company has placed a stand with various magazines at some stops. Entertaining passengers, it says so right there. You know, folks don't just walk off with them. Someone will, but they're usually old issues anyway. Do you know when the bus will arrive? It's taking longer than usual. No idea. But trust the motto of our Metro bus network. Punctuality is our commitment. Punctuality? I've been waiting here for over half an hour. Luckily, I'm entertained by these magazines. What are you reading? Strange Eons. Never heard of it till now. It's fascinating. Sounds strange. Can I borrow? To be honest, I'm having a revelation of this magazine. I don't think there were so many unexplained mysteries events in this world. Wait for the bus and I'll put it back. Let's go to the park. Arkham will burn tonight. The city will be consumed by fire. You turned your backs on the signs, but the clock hasn't struck doom yet. You must wake up. You must act now. Just look at each other like, okay. Why the fuck are we here? We were here just for that? Okay. Well, I guess I hit up my psychiatrist. Oh, there's a newspaper. Hey Harvey, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you married? Why do you talk so much? You haven't stopped talking for a moment. I talk so much because you talk so little. Someone's got to balance the universe. One moment. Doctor's trying to practice in this very building. You know her? Yes, we're working together on an innovative psychological book based on various cult leaders. What are you doing here? Simple bureaucracy. I'll take only a moment. We have a fucking newspaper wall here. Arknight. Mornings we're in luck. Got a coin? I don't have any on me. I only have a couple of bills in my wallet. Too bad. That newspaper's address is spontaneous. Oh, you can find some fucking coins. Hopefully my psychiatrist has one. Doc. Good evening. Is this where the brain picking happens? Shh, silence. What's going on? I'm with a patient who... Oh, Dr. Whitman, it's a pleasure to see you again. Doctor? I have a doctorate in psychiatry from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst. I can't see you right now, Mr. Foster. I must attend to Mr. Lillman first. What's wrong? Put him under hypnosis and he won't wake up. There's no need to worry. Some patients take a while to come out of hypnotic therapy. This guy? Hypnotic therapy? He's just asleep. Snap your fingers on whatever you do to him and get him out of here. It doesn't matter if he's asleep or still in a trance. The protocol is very clear. What does the protocol say? We have to wait. To wait? Hey, buddy. This ain't no boarding house, so get off your ass and go home. Mr. Foster, I beg you not to disturb the patient. It would be dangerous for him to wake up so suddenly. So I suggest you come back later so we can talk calmly. I need your step. I need you to silence. Okay, well. You're shit out of luck. Fucking 2 stops in a row. This is where your pen pal keeps his antique shop? Yeah, it's further down the road. Something smells good. You up for a bite? We're in the middle of an investigation. We're running late. How about we leave it for later? Your call, partner. I'll take one of these if they're free, though. Free. Yeah, I always wanted to do something for folks who lost everything and can't afford a plate, but they don't look too healthy. I mean, the cans are rusted to hell. Now the inside's looking any prettier. Look, this is all Rob saying. Complain to him. What the hell? They're free. I'll grab one. Shit, could always use it. He's in the Boston Globe. I don't want to bother him. This man's enjoying his meal. I've got nothing to say to him. Welcome to Rob's. Today's special is American cheese sandwich with cops are on duty. Some other time, sweetheart. Can you read? Yes. What's the name on the tag? Betty? That's right, Betty. Not sweetheart. Clear? If I see dames these days, don't call him that. Like what? You talk too much, Jack. I suggest that for every 2 words you say, save one. What the fuck? I didn't know we could do this. Fuck it, we're already here. Here it is. Before we go, I should mention something to you. Shoot. Oh. Benjamin Harsh hails from Innsmouth. What do you know about Innsmouth? Well, about 3 years ago, the Feds stormed the town like a damn 7th Cavalry. They raided, arrested half the town, and dynamited the waterfront. I don't know what happened there, but it must have been big. And the folks there have a strange look about them. Where is it's from inbreeding? I don't know, I've never seen one of them. The people I've been smelled are very reserved, and their distrust of strangers borders on paranoia. It took me many letters to gain his trust. I'm telling you all this because it should be me the one do the talk. Don't worry, I'll do the talking. If he plays hard to get, I'll smack him around. Jack, it's a joke, a joke. Don't you have a sense of humor? Come on, let's go in. Remember, let me do the talking. Who are you? What the hell do you want? Mr. Marsh? Do I know you? Not in person. It's Harvey Whitman. We've been corresponding these past few months. Harvey Whitman, huh? I don't talk to pigs, get lost. Oh, I... That's enough out of you. My turn. Listen, pal, I don't know who you think you are, but around here, only man gets to insult my partner, and that's me. What the fuck? Jesus Mary Joseph. What's the matter? Never seen some of them in... Not this close. Saw a picture of one in the paper once. Thought it was blurry. Guess not. Allow me to make introductions. I'm Detective Jack Foster, and it's my partner, Detective Harvey Whitman. I know who this guy is. For months he's keep bumping me for information about my knowledge of symbology. It turns out he's a damn cop. Just like you. Hey, relax, will you? We just want some information on a strange symbol. My partner swears you're Arkham's foremost mind on occult symbols, and rightly so. Great, we've come to the right place. Now you can go somewhere else. I'm not helping you. It's police business. Yeah, you can. Yeah, we're not here for look at antiques. It's police business, and you should help us. For my own good, is it? Is this where your threats come in? No one's going to threaten anyone, Mr. Marsh. Refusing to assist the Arkham police could lead to your arrest for obstruction of justice. It'd be better for all of us if we arrive at it. I'm dumb as fuck. I can't say that. Wait, what is you're not understanding? I won't place my knowledge in the hands of oppressors. I see you don't like police. I thought it had been subtle. Come on, what's with the bile? The Arkham cops helped the feds destroy my hometown. Don't look at me, I wasn't there. You're part of the same repressive organization. We're just enforcing the law. Repressive law. What happened in Innsmouth? What the hell happened? The feds were investigating an alarming series of disappearances in the area. People disappear every day everywhere. People are irresponsible and careless. Word is they found a connection between these disappearances and a cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Nonsense. This is America. Everyone must look the same and believe the same God if they don't want to be singled out. I want to know what happened in Instown. Want to know what happened in Instown? Look at yourselves and then look at me. That's what happened in Instown. We're asking for a small favor, that's all. Help us crack a symbol so we can close the case and we're gone. You'll never see us again. Help the police. Did the police help out the Arkham Museum of the Unusual? What? No one spared a minute to hear me. What happened at the museum? It's none of your concern. What happened in the Arkham Museum of the Unusual? The police taking a stand against anyone who's different from them. What happened? Why'd you call my partner a pig? Because he's a cop. I'm a cop too. Does that make me a pig too? That's right. Watch it, pal. You deceived me. Until your last letter, you didn't comment on what you did for a living. The correspondence began as one scholar to another. Perhaps I should have mentioned it if it was so important to you. I beg your pardon. And on top of that I provided help solve a case. I feel dirty for helping a fascist institute. So you claim you're the top hand in semiology. I am. I've been studying occult semi all my life. I've had access to books and documents that other scholars would kill for. I think you're bluffing. You're nothing more than a simple antique deliverer. I don't think this fellow can help us, Harvey. I know what you're trying to do, detective, but that's not going to work on me. We'll be back. I hope not. Hey, you have no right to go in there. Sorry, I'm a detective, professional habit. I don't like snoops. These are Marty time plans. Some of the It is said that your town was twined with a certain island in the area. Am I wrong? Knowledge of the history of Ismail belongs only to my people. You stick to your folklore like Mickey Mouse and the Marx Brothers. Some of these pieces are ancient. They must be over a century old. There's good profit to be made from this, isn't there? They're not for sale. Nothing here is for sale. Nothing? Didn't you read the sign? Buy and trade only. I'm trying to recover everything that was looted from Innsmouth by law enforcement. Little by little I'm getting there, especially thanks to this crisis. Nobody has anyone, least of all pigs, who took advantage of the chaos to steal what belongs to my people. Oh, look at this ship. Nice ship. Did you build it? This is Sumatra Queen. One of the ship's captain used it on colonies. What was the purpose of this voyage? That's none of your business. I can see we're not welcome here. Well, that was a dead end. I kinda wanna go back here to see if we can actually go down the street. I didn't fucking know. Oh, we can, it's just, oh. Okay, good, I was right. Let's hit the park one more time. Well, well, well. Detective Foster. So Wilbur was right. You've reformed. Well, I don't know if you're working for a politician counts as being reformed. I don't know what you're doing here, but I'm a brand new man with an honest job. I have the honor of being part of Mayor Bradley's campaign team. So what's with all the stars and stripes? These are local elections, not presidential. Mayor Bradley has always been known for his... I'm not reading that in vanity. Who's your friend? I don't like his attitude. He's probably a communist. Oh? Harvey, the guy who looks like he mugged Uncle Sam and took his clothes is Frank the Worm. A pimp and extortionist I put in jail so many times he ended up hating it. Or meet my partner Harvey Whitman. He'll be happy to bust you if the whole racket is commit to one of your misdeeds. I told you I'm a new man. My name is Frank Morley. Worm is dead and buried, okay? Damn cops. Don't trust them. Hey Worm. It's Morley if you don't mind. Give me one reason why I should vote for Bradley. Our beloved candidate has promised to implement employment for polices through the construction of public infrastructure. With this measure, the vast majority of Arkham's unemployed will be able to have a decent job. That measure has just been approved by President Roosevelt, and it's nationwide. To that end, the Public Works Administration is being created. I think Mary Bradley is passing off that measure as a future accomplishment of his. Where did you get this wise owl? Nice hire, huh? Swear this isn't a con? Why do you say that? Frank the Worm I knew was full, foul-mouthed guy who spit more than he spoke. And now, I don't know, he talked as if he read at least one book. Prison refit my compass. I was throwing away my life. Look at that, a case of successful reintegration. So it appears. Got paperwork that says this stands legit? Yeah, I got a license signed by the mayor's campaign team. My name's on it. Want to see? Sounds tidy. I'll take you on your word. You trust him? Projects confidence. I do. You heard him. We won't bother you. Or should I thank you? Must be having much success. As hours, no one left except a couple of cops making their rounds and that crazy guy with the sign who says I work for the devil. All waiting for the campaign team to come take over the stand. My shift is over, but I don't want to leave it alone at the mercy of the mayor's rivals. Behave yourself, Worm. It's Frank Morley. Sure, whatever helps you sleep at night. This tray is empty. Tray's cinnamon rolls made by the Salvation Army widows. They've always been staunch supporters of the mayor. They're all gone. Ants the size of King Kong devoured them. This park is full of them. They even drove off the hot dog guy. So Canada selection pro. You can take one if you wish. I got plenty of toilet paper at home. Would you like one? We're Mayor Bradley's election program. You've heard it. They're all yours. Okay. Oh. Welcome to the Arca Museum of the Unusual. Enter with an open mind prepared to transform your perceived ideas about this reality. So 75 cents monthly pass, 2% for discount for groups. For the price of one ticket, I can go to the movies 3 times. Movies don't offer the same sensations as this museum. You don't need to read all the rules. Simple, use common sense, don't touch anything, and behave like adults. This is a skull of a member of the fearsome Tokto people, natives of Southeast Asia. So far, no one has been able to see them and come out alive. This is the closest you'll get to them without endangering your physical integrity. Oh, I see. You must sought after a treaty on primordial fear has caught your attention. I have received tempting offers from university to make it part of their collection. But what better place than here for this cursed book? Detective Foster and Whitman. May we ask a few questions, Mr. Floyd Raymond? Floyd. Raymond Floyd, yes, of course. I'm the director of this museum. Is there a problem, detectives? His name Benjamin Marsh ring a bell. Oh yes, I'll remember him for the rest of my life. I understand that the museum had a problem with him. An unfortunate incident that should never have occurred. What happened? We have a gallery dedicated to the mysteries town of Innsmouth. The most outstanding piece in the collection is a figurine bearing the likeness of primeval Cthulhu. It comes from the looting that took place in the town after the feds arrived. A unique piece. What is primeval? They are deities from the depths of the cosmos. Cthulhu is one of them, worshipped by an entire population of Innsmouth. Go on. Marsh stormed and claimed that the effigy belonged to his people and shouldn't be displayed in a profane place like this. I explained that the museum had every right to display it, but he wouldn't listen to reason. He made his way to the gallery and smashed the protective glass. I immediately called the police and tried to prevent him from taking it. During the struggle, he stabbed me in the right eye with one of those statue spikes. Left me blind in that eye. Did you press charges? Are you mad? Benjamin Marsh is the direct descendant of Old Marsh. Do you know what that means? I don't want any trouble with the Marshes. Even after he blinded you? Oh, detective, there's nothing compared to what could happen to me. The police arrived in time to stop him. But when I refused to press charges, they decided to confiscate as evidence in case I changed my mind. Harvey? Yes, I see. We have it at the station. We're displaying it as a replica in this place. It's not ideal, but we only display originals here. But visitors are fascinated by it. Can you see that figurine? Of course, but I already mentioned that it's a replica. You can enter the museum if you wish, always under supervision. Guide, since the unfortunate incident I told you about, you have instituted a policy of constant surveillance of our visitors. We won't try anything funny. We're police officer, remember. The museum cannot afford to make any exceptions, detective. I trust you understand. So you don't have the original. Our colleagues took it and it's caught as evidence? Exactly. Do you want it back? That would require charging Benjamin Marsh, and the cure would be worse than the disease. Where's the music coming from? We have installed an innovative music reproduction system based on magnetic media and distributed several speakers along the tour routes. What you're hearing is a loop playback of Through the Cosmos by Matthew Elm. It's an ideal piece to set the mood for the visit, don't you think? We'll take a look around. Make yourselves at home, detectives. Let's go in. Where's that guide? I believe he's coming this way. Welcome to the Arca Museum of the Unusual. Please step closer. My name is Horace Chambers, and I will be your guide throughout the tour. If you desire information about any of the pieces on display, I'll be happy to provide it. The tour begins in this room we have called the Gallery of the Damned Artists. More accusations will be coming soon. You can skip the guide's explanation by pressing the escape key. Okay? I want to see these paintings. These 3 disturbing canvases are by the Boston artist Richard Upton Pickman. His hyper-realistic strokes and limit... Holy fucking shit, I'm not reading all that. So this creature exists. Pickman keeps in his home, uses it as a model. That's good. If so, be kind to come with me. In the Hall of Unusual Creatures, here we find those who defied science, or who are at the center of events that would test the sanity of our ordinary mortals. Herbert West. Friend of yours? I was part of the raid that arrested him. It was my first assignment after I was posted here. Dr. Herbert West, a modern-day Dr. Frankenstein, better known as the Butcher of Arkham. Obsessed with defeating death, he created a formula that, when injected into corpses, brought them back to life. However, the reanimation became with horrible consequences. The revived ones tended to have animalistic behavior with homicidal tendencies. West believed this because the formula was more effective on corpses that were more recent. He began to indiscriminately desecrate graves in Christian cemeteries, which led to his arrest by the authorities. What happened to all those revived corpses? They were put down, but I believe those who escaped still roam Arkham. Who's this fucking interesting creature? Eric Zahn was a German cellist who was in the seclusion garret on the Rue de Seine in Paris. Every night, the tenants of boarding house have heard strange phonetic music played, obviously coming from the Zahn's room. One of them befriended the musician and witnessed some terrifying events. According to his account, Zahn was stalked every night by a strange and gigantic creature that only his ghostly music kept at bay. Upon witnessing these events, the man fled to the building and reported the incident to the guard. Unfortunately, they did not find Eric Zahn. In fact, they couldn't even find the Rue. Ooh. What about this guy? The case of Dr. Mons. It's a perfect example to illustrate this room. Contracted a severe illness in his native Barcelona. Years later, he settled in a small room in New York boarding house. He had installed an ammonia-based cooling system that kept the room at a very low temperature in order to control his illness. However, when he saw his body begin to deteriorate with unusual speed due to a failure in the cooling system, Munoz asked the other tenants for help. He asked them for huge quantities of ice, knowing that all the stores would be closed by that hour. When they returned, they found trace of moons except for a vicious puddle in the middle of the room. The doctor had left a hastily written letter. Moons had been dead for 18 years. He had kept himself alive thanks to the cold air that preserved his tissue. Interesting. Maybe someone to follow me. With the recent discovery of the ninth planet in our solar system, Pluto, we have turned our eyes to the stars. It has made us realize that we're just a speck of dust in the cosmos. We're unaware of the mysteries and dangers that await of those worlds. Just as we do not know, there are other worlds that are just not aligned with our plane of existence. Expand your mind and get to know the other realities. It's in the curtain. It's in there. I saw an anomaly directly above the Empire's State Building in New York. From their statement, it was deduced to be a dimension breach. There were witnesses who could see through a point in the cosmos and did not correspond with our own. What you'll see behind that curtain is a recreation of what happened that day. It was created by Wills O'Brien, who was in the charge of the special event for the hit movie King Kong. As you can see, the museum has spared no expense. Shall we take a look? Yeah, why not? I'm curious. Can't see shit. It's about to start. Don't be impatient. Oh, fuck. Okay, so like a fucking portal just opened. The end. Oh, okay. What do you think? Magnificent special effects. Hold on, chat. Hold on 1 second. All right. Fucking game gonna load? Let's get along. I want to see the statue already. I'm not reading all this. The fuck? Hold on, chat. One second. Oh, my shit was all messed up. Let's see this fucking statue. Great One Cthulhu. Cosmic entity is secretly worshipped by the vast majority of Innsmouth's occupants. It is said to lie dreaming in the sunken city of Ali, waiting for the day when it will be free to reign over the earth once more. You're looking at Red Club, by the way. Until recently, the exhibit had the original found during the raids. A minor incident deprived us of it. We hope to show it to the public again someday. It's for touch the exhibit, sir. Okay, I just want to kind of like look at it. The current inhabitants of Innsmouth, descendants of the blasphemous hybrid as between species, undergo a metamorphosis throughout their lives. It is not so noticeable in the young, but it is those of advanced age. Once they reach middle age and their appearance resembles that of the creatures found by Oak March, they feel the call of the sea. And there they begin a new and immortal life dedicated to the worship of their god, the great primeval god Cthulhu. The room exclusively houses the infamous painting The Faces of Madness by Francis Holt. Why isn't it in the first room with the others? The museum had to relocate the piece because what? Let's go inside and I'll explain. Fascinating story, come with me. Francis Holt was a promising German painter whose interest in the dark arts became an obsession. Concerned about a young man's mental health, his family committed him to an asylum where he spent the rest of his life. It is known from his writings that he continued to study his arcane magic there. The painting behind the curtain, Faces of Madness, blah blah blah, is a result of merging that magic of his art. Why Holt did this is unknown. What is known for certain is that the viewing of this painting can affect the observer. In what way? Paranoia, depression, anger. Each person reacts differently when exposed to the painting. We were convinced that the stories about this work were mere exaggerations, but when we showed it to the public, we realized that everything that was said. I'm intrigued. Can we see? Management decided not to exhibit it until further notice. We had some problems with some visitors. We aren't just some visitors. Pull back the curtain. Let's see. We won't tell anyone. Not authorized to do so, sir. I don't even have the piece to activate the mechanism that moves the curtain. Bummer. I was curious about the story. The mechanism's missing a piece. Well, I think we're done here. Leaving already? Come back anytime. So there's I'd like to see the Francis Holt's painting, Faces of Madness. I'm afraid that won't be possible. The painting has upset many visitors lately. Some have even had violent reactions that could cause us problems. I've decided to not show it to the public for the time being while I consider what to do with it. I'm sorry I can't oblige. Alright. Make yourselves at home. Alright, let's go check out the station. Yo, buddy, you got a quarter? Jack. What's going on? He's palming it in his sleeve. What? The coin keeps it up his sleeve. Foster. Ready? Women tipped you off, huh? Hey, you. Think you're clever, huh? What? You never open your mouth when you do? It's to screw me over. Hey, it wasn't a fair game. There was no chance for him to win. That was the goddamn point, you idiot. Hey, Archer. You're out of line. Do you know who you're working with? Women's nothing but a bookworm. He'll ditch you the second things get rough. I don't know about that. What I do know is that you owe me a coin. Fuck it. You want your coin? Here's your blasted coin. Mark my words, Foster, this guy's gonna leave you high and dry. Oh, that was awkward. Is that true? What? He hinted that you have no street experience. Of course I do. Most of my work is done in the office, but I assist my colleagues if my presence is required. Then why Archer say that? I don't know. I guess like you, I'm not very popular with my colleagues, but I promise I'll rise to the occasion. I'll cover you when I have to, and I'll be there when you need me. Are you sure? You should trust me, I'm telling you. You're my partner. I know Archer's been saying I belong in the loony bin, but he's one of the ones who blame me for what happened to Mac. And when he saw me, the son of a bitch didn't have the guts to say it to my face. You better be up to it up there, Harvey. I will, don't worry about it. Let's move. Foster Whitman. What do you know about a figurine that was seized from the museum? Oh, yes, we have it here. Some its-mouth fella used it to gouge the museum owner's eye. They're savages, those inbred yokels, huh? Strangely enough, the guy didn't press charges. You know what? If you're up to me, I'd send all that rabble back to the godforsaken town they should never have left. You got enough problems in Arkham without having to put up with these toad faces. Holy fuck. Can I see the figurine? You can't. It's not for your case, Foster. Let us know what that figurine is related to our investigation. You can file it and examine it. Just fill it out and get it stamped by the department. Cut the red tape, will you? I don't make the rules, sorry. Just a quick look, that's all. They'd throw me out on the street if they found out. What was I supposed to do at 48 with no job? Starve on the street like everyone else? No thanks. Don't assist, Jack. Uber would risk his job if he agreed to. Uber was his job if he agreed to our request. See? Thanks, Whitman. Whose side are you on? Do you want the application or not? Yes, I have no choice. Wait here. How do you button it for? How about you button it for a minute? We're police officers. We have to follow the rules. There you go. I filled it out for you. How thoughtful. Get the official Markham PD seal in it, then we can examine the. Oh my god. Nothing over here. Where the fuck do we get this stamp? What the hell? Stop from inserting the coin. So the rumors are true. Rumors? What rumors? A couple of weeks ago, Mayor Bradley revoked a license to sell through these machines. I guess he did in a fit of rage over the article linking him to Ku Klux Klan. I don't very much sure that is legal. Get to the point. Rumor has it that Herald is sending its peddlers to sabotage the Arkham advertised machines. Well, Fourth Estate Wars have just screwed us over. I can't see what's jamming it. Looks like chewing gum. Chewing gum? Guessing it's hard as rock. Can't get with that. Oh, fucking. What a pigeon duty. I ate him. Well, we're fucking stumped. Is Buddy still snoozing? He is. Oregon Police Department. Please stop snooping around my desk and stay away from it. Holy fuck, lady. You'd be so kind as this damn shh. Alright, we got the coin. What was that? What did he say? I want to wake him up. Rest forever. Holy fuck. Well, we're stumped. Let's see, the stamp is here. Me? No. In that case, I have no choice but to confiscate the bottle and take you to the police station, sir. What are you doing? What? Get over here. But get over here. What the hell are you doing? That man's committing a crime. He's in possession of alcoholic beverage, and that's illegal. Probably the only relief that poor bastard has in his life is to take a few swigs from a bottle without a cop and breaking his chops. I tell me to turn a blind eye? In this case, yes. You're justifying a crime, Jack. No, for God's sake. Don't be so square, okay? How you doing, buddy? Hey, what are you doing? I was gonna pet the dog. So you wouldn't shake my hand when we met, but you pet a mangy stray? Get your hand away from it unless you want to catch a mange. Well, we're fucking screwed. I don't know what to do. Let's see, the newspaper is stuck. So we don't know where it is. Let's go talk to Buddy, actually. Found out what happens, go talk to him. Made good on your threat, you're back. Mr. Marsh? Please take a stand against anyone. We'll be back. Get the hell out of my shop. Okay, they're not saying anything about like, yo, buddy, like you stabbed out Buddy's eye. Maybe I missed something in the office. Hey buddy, rise and shine. You guys sawing logs in a very deep sleep. Holy fuck. Okay, I don't think there's anything much to do here. No, nothing. You should ask Buddy about the replica. The museum has lost the original. No one to lose this one, even if it's a copy. I'm very sorry, detectives. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, I just had to look up what the fuck we needed.
was looking at a whole box full of letter openers. I've been straining on with my nails, especially since I've been chewing on them to numb. Hope I can get to come up with this letter opener. And that'll do the trick. I'm a resourceful man. Now what do we have here? Holy fuck. Philip Moore, that's our man. Stargate right now? Yeah, the eccentric bookstore. It's on Weiss Street. Stargate, this is where the... Oh, okay, presents his book. Well, let's go in. What's that smell? It smells like something burning. Incense. What? It smells like incense. What's that? A mixture of plant resin and essential oils used as a fragrance. Well, it smells awful. Hello, welcome to the Ishtar Gate. Looking for something in particular? Like someone. I'm looking for Philip Moore. We're lucky that he's included the Ishtar Gate in his tour. He just signed a couple of copies of his new book and is now giving a talk on the phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion. Find him upstairs. Thank you. It's by invitation only. Oh, or understood. This place must seem like a paradise to you, right, Harvey? I love being surrounded by books. That's true. It's like when they took you to the fair as a child, right? I think you're starting to get to know me. God of creation, wisdom, and justice. Yes, your invitation, please. If you don't have an invitation, I can't let you in. It's a private event. We're Arkham PD. Detective Foster and Detective Whitman. I'd like to speak with Philip Moore. Sure. Isn't 3 fake cops and a supposed army colonel have shown up? Oh, and that weird guy who has been posing as the Archbishop of... What the fuck? Everyone wants to see Mr. Moore. I can understand why, but without an invitation, I can't let you in. Well, we're stumped again. But he's still reading this fucking book. For the bus to arrive. You're oh fuck. Hold up. Holy fuck, I gotta do all this back and forth bullshit. Just something wrapped in newspaper. This is coming with me. sandwich. Pastrami with cheese, or at least that's what I gather from the greenish mold filling. Oh, the ants. What, again? Where'd that sandwich come from? Stay away from me. I'll leave it until these things from hell disappear. I do seem, if I were you, to get into your pants, and well, you probably deserve it, especially from you, Foster. I'm out of here. Good thing I looked up a guide. Holy fuck. Several of those ribs are rusting. I can't get it closed. Hold on. Good lord, what a stench. What's in it? Label says it's sardines. Looks like crude oil to me. I'm the kind of so greasy that I've come up with an idea. Smear this oil sauce on the grill ribs. Thank you, but you can keep it. All I wanted was this damn bush to show up. Okay. What the fuck? Oh shit. They're shining from inside. Let's go and see what's going on. I won't say it again. Get off my bus. Do you have any compassion? You get me fired, you damn hag. Hey, Arkham PD. What's the trouble? This woman. She got on the bus without a ticket and won't get off. Ma'am, you can't ride without a ticket, so I beg you to step down. Don't get me wrong. I had to get on this bus due to force majeure. Spell it out. My cane was stolen while I was sitting on the bench. I have this in the sole of my foot and I can't walk without it. Not my problem. Let her finish, pal. Barely made it to the bus that this gentleman could take me home. There's a stop right in front of my door. I told him I'd pay the fare as soon as we got there. I don't have any money on me. Ma'am, don't keep me for telling this sob story. You can't get on here without a ticket, period. Why don't you take this lady home, pal? Car's the same with or without her, right? Are you mad? If the depot hears a colored woman rode without a ticket, I'm finished. If it were someone else, maybe nothing would happen, but a colored woman? I wouldn't have boarded if I could walk. Besides, your bosses don't need to know about it. Get off. I can't. It's starting to annoy me. Keep it up and there'll be consequences. This is getting dull. Shall we go? Shouldn't leave this alone with him. Why let him deal? Look at his hand. A steel crank. He's about to lose it. Damn it. Here, take this. It's not a real cane, but it's close enough. Courtesy of Mayor Bradley. Oh, I can really go home with this. How can I ever thank you? Don't worry about it. We're here to help. You're angels to both of you, and you're a devil. Good night, gentlemen. Rest assured, I'll be going for Mayor Bradley. I can get back to work. Not so fast. Hand over the weapon. Weapon? What weapon? The crank. What was the plan? Using the poor old lady if you couldn't get her off the bus? I only meant to scare her. Spare me. Confiscating it. What if I get a flat? I'll have another one. Well, I don't know. Screw you. The crank. Have some empathy next time, will you? And watch that temper. It'll get you in trouble. Let's get out of here, Harvey. Assholes. There's a strange young magazine on top of the deck. I'll take it with me. There you go. This month's Strange Eon magazine with the corresponding invitation. Perfect. I suppose you're aware that the invitation comes with the magazine. It's for one person. Oh wow. Are you readers of magazine, right? Of course we are. We buy it every month. You can come in. Enjoy the evening. Reports on victims of spontaneous human combustion indicate that the most were chronic alcoholics. Such figures have led to suppose that residual alcohol in the body acts as an igniting agent. However, in many documented instances, Miss Violet Ashford was a... what the fuck? Therefore, you can rule out this theory and treat those data points as mere coincidence. The condition that lays very similar to one of our conditions certainly is. Much causing the final side is exceedingly distressing. Everyone feels it might offend their sensibilities. To do so, step downstairs. My colleagues, Professor Taylor, or somebody once it has passed. No one? Good. Kurt? By God. Mr. Reginald Grayson. The fire affected only his head, the rest of his body remained intact. I have styled this uncommon manifestation localized spontaneous human combustion. Why should the conflagration confine itself to a single part and not progress beyond? Might the phenomenon possess some sort of consciousness? You will find the answers to these questions in Chapter 8 of my book, providing, of course, data with the utmost scientific rigor. Lights, if you please. Sure, take 5 minutes and then proceed to the signing. I pity you arrived at the end. You'll have missed the substances of it. It's a shame, yes. Detective Foster and Detective Whitman, Arkham PD. Have I landed in some trouble, Detective? I don't know. Do you pay your taxes? Yes, of course. Have you killed anyone lately? Good heavens, no. Then you have nothing to worry about. We need your advice on a case. What are we going to show you is strictly confidential. If you disclose this information, you'll be committing a crime. Don't worry, I'm quite familiar with the protocol. It is by no means my first collaboration with the police. What do you need? Take a look at this. Pray, let me see. This hand was found at a crime scene. There was no trace of any fuel that could have started the fire, which leads us to be spontaneous human combustion. Could very well be such a case beyond doubt. Yet what detail gives me pause? Observe the wrist. Ordinarily, remains do not present this in this fashion. Here is the cut unnaturally clean, as if severed with a hot blade. Do you have any photograph the charge remains? Yes. I admit this photograph is a bit disconcerting. There is barely enough ash on the floor to show that entire body has been burned. The burnt area on the wall is the only thing that... Good lord, what's going on? These are not the residuals of a fire. They're signature of a portal. I beg your pardon. A gateway through space and time, which is commonly employed to traverse through 2 points in an instant. Upon closure, it leaves a scorched silhouette of this shape. That is what we're seeing in this photograph. Wait a minute, witches? The sort of thing with pointy hats and flying brooms? They're highly educated and intelligent women, well versed in the darkest arts, and far more dangerous than any fairy tale stereotype. Do you know why? Because they are real witches. I reckon we're in over our heads on this one, Harvey. Everything rather falls into place. If only a hand was found at the crime scene, the subject must have crossed as the portal collapsed. He didn't have time for his entire body to follow through. These portals can only be generated by witches. That is the prevailing view. There is no reliable record of a warlock raising one. The NFM belongs to a man. That means that a witch opened the portal and the one we thought was the second victim was actually murdered. Was actually the murderer of the first one. It was impossible to trace his identity with his fingerprints. There's no record of him. We don't have him on our files. Now we have 2 killers, a one-handed man and a witch. Portals are unconstrained by time but limited in space. According to Joseph Curwen's manuscripts, the portals have a range of 25 miles. Thus the origin point lies somewhere between Arkham, Salem, and Kingsport. All indications point to the presence of witches in Arkham, so your radius of investigation should be confined to this city. Find her and you may yet apprehend both. Where can we find not just a witch, but that witch? My own knowledge here is alas limited. However, there is someone in this very room who can tell you more. With your permission, I'll be right back. Kurt? Yes? You won't believe this. Witches. What are we getting into, Harvey? Detectives? May I present my colleague Kirk Taylor. He has been assisting with this evening's presentation. A pleasure. He's a history professor at Amherst and a specialist in colonial era. He has written several volumes on the witch hunts in colonial Massachusetts. I dare say his expertise would be of considerable use. I shall leave you in his capable hands. I must attend to my guests. So you stumble upon a portal, right? And you're on the trail of a witch. That's right. I have good news and bad news. The good news is I suspect the suspect pool is down to 3. And they're here in Arkham. There's no record of any other witches in existence today. Now, the bad news? You have to be extremely careful if you encounter them. Don't underestimate them. They're very dangerous. They're masters of the dark arts. They can twist reality to deceive your senses, and in the worst case, cast deadly spells. These witches. Tell us about them. Have you ever heard of the Salem witch trials? It was a frenzy that happened 3 centuries ago, between 1692 and 1693 to be precise. More than 100 women were accused of practicing black magic. However, 20 were executed, and several died under torture during the trials, all of them falsely accused. They were just women who lived on the margins of a community's strict religious conduct. All of them were accused simply for being victims of personal conflict or collective hysteria, with 3 exceptions: Kezia Mason, Mary Warren, and Abigail Reville of all of Arkham. They're accused of kidnapping children, witchcraft, and the deaths of several villagers and signing the book of And their confessions under torture, all 3 testified before Judge Harrowthorne to a strange story involving complex lines and curves. These geometric shapes properly traced created a portal that could take him through space and time. 3 more confined angels waiting for burning at the stake. On the day of the execution, the authorities were astounded to find that the 3 cells were empty, and their places were elongated burn marks on the wall, exactly like the ones you discovered, Jack. They were never found. They disappeared from the face of the earth. However, there are indications that the witches traveled through time to our era. I've had other things to do this past year that kept me from looking into this thoroughly, but I can assure you that all 3 are in the city. Wait a minute, buddy. Are you saying our suspects are 3 witches who time traveled more than 200 years to get here? I know it's hard to take in, but I'd buy it. How about you, Harvey? I'm open-minded. Tell us about Kezia Mason. A student named after Waller Given disappeared without a trace a couple months ago. He told anyone who would listen that Keziah Mason appeared every night at the front of his bed. These statements could be taken as simple delusions, but the fact is that Gilman lived in the same room where Keziah Mason had lived hundreds of years before. And his account of the witch entering and leaving that room matches a portal. Where can we find this place? 100th Street. It's a boarding house. Mary Warren? Some information has come to my attention that she's part of a cult, the New Kingdom Walkers. Unfortunately, I don't know their location. The New Kingdom Walkers. A couple years ago when they were appearing in Canesport, I was undercover in that cult. I would see one of their members hanging around Hoffman Street. That's why I assumed they moved here. Hoffman Street, huh? Let's start looking for Mary Warren over there. Abigail Revel. I assume you are aware of the Arkham Century Bank robbery that occurred a few months ago? Yes, some of us didn't get paid that month. They claimed that part of the payroll money was stolen. They still owe us for that month. Consider it lost, buddy. The money was deposited in one of the vaults. It wasn't forced. They didn't even find a hole dug from the outside into it. What they did find were the remains of a fire in one of the walls, but they didn't think much of it. I guess you know what we're talking about. They arrested a grave robber named St. John who used that to brag that he found a way to rob a bank without any problems. He was released due to lack of evidence. I investigated this character and found he had an accomplice, a small-time psychic who calls herself Madame Levine. Some sources assured me her real name is Abigail Revel. Where can we find her? She has an office in the alley between Wayland and Olmsted. I've written down the places where we could find our suspects, Jack. You can check my notes whenever you want. Excellent, Harvey. We really appreciate your help, Mr. Taylor, and you too, Mr. Moore. It's time to go hunt some witches. Which of the three should we guess for you first, Jack? Madame, also known as Abigail Real, a witch out of her own time, a bank robber on the side. Let's see if she's home. Let's save, actually. And then let us be right back.